Friday, everyone. Or I guess it might not be Friday when you're watching this, but it's Friday for me, so happy Friday. I'm at home today. I'm not at work today because, for those of you who do not know, I am a public accountant and I do work year-round, but a lot of my hours are concentrated in March and April when we're super busy during tax season. So that means during June, July, August, September, we actually close the office because we're just slow. There's not as much work coming in and we just kind of get to use up some of that overtime that we built up during tax season. So I am home today. And so we moved into this house. This is my new kitchen. The green tile is leaving, by the way. Moved into this house last Wednesday, so a little over a week ago, which it's crazy that a week has gone by already. And I feel like my life is still completely upside down. I just have not been able to catch up on things. So the plan for today is to ride, obviously, which I'll show you my ride. But just kind of getting things straightened out around here. One thing we will do today, I'm gonna take you into the basement where my new workout space is and kind of, which you would have seen in the earlier clips, and just show you like what I'm working with, kind of what my plans are, because I told my husband, yes, I want to fix the kitchen, but priority number one is my workout space. So I'll show you that and maybe, I don't know, ask for some advice because I am having the worst time making decisions. Like picking flooring for my gym floor, like I cannot make a decision. It is driving me nuts. It is flooring, rubber mats, like cannot make a decision. So that is that. I will show you that. I am going to get to work bringing some order to my life and then we'll go show you the gym. Also, I just want to take a second. The view from my kitchen, like so this is our dining room table and then the view of the pond. That is my kitchen view. How great is that? I am, yeah, so stoked to be here. We'll never get sick of this view. It is wonderful. So I got the main floor of our house organized, cleaned, and I figured I'd come out and ride this guy before it gets too hot out because it's been pretty hot and like muggy lately. So get a ride in and then we'll get back to cleaning. I did go to the feed store yesterday. I love going to the feed store. The people in there are just wonderful. And yeah, I just love going to the feed store. So I'll show you what I got. I bought cat food because we have a million barn cats. I also bought like their ration and mineral and yeah, a few other things. So I'll show you what I got. So I feed Hoffman's line of feed products. So this is just their all-around mineral. So Diesel and Junior get that, both of them twice a day. So it's just a fine mineral. They do have a performance mineral, but I'm really happy with the results I get from that, so I'm not changing it. This is their Hoffman's Senior, which Junior gets, obviously. And Diesel gets their Elite ration. So they're both just, see, I was very much needing to go to the feed store. They're both just a pelleted feed. They basically look exactly the same. And so they get fed that twice a day. And if you ask Diesel, he absolutely loves Hoffman's. He will lick the floor to get every little bit off this concrete floor in here. I also bought dewormer. I should have dewormed my horses like in the springtime. Like usually like once we get like the last hard frost of the spring, I should be deworming. I have not done that. So we are going to deworm both boys today and I'll film that because it's interesting. The last time I dewormed, so that would have been last fall, I do not know what happened. So I always just use, this is just in a syringe and you just shoot it as far as you can into their mouth. And I don't know, I did not use this brand last time. I try to rotate my dewormers. But Junior's lip like swelled up and it was all like inflamed, and it went down within a few days, but I have, in all the years that I've dewormed horses, that's never happened. I felt so bad. So I've used this kind for it lots of times. Like I said, I do rotate my dewormers, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again because it really freaked me out. So I'm gonna tack up and get a ride in and go from there. I don't know if you guys just saw that. Diesel just kicked his back leg out at me when I was trying to pick out his foot. I've struggled with that, and he does it constantly to my farrier. He hasn't done it to me in months at this point, but he just did it, and I don't know why. I don't know what triggers it, why it triggered today, but he'll have his foot up and then he like kicks it out of your hand, and it's dangerous. It is frustrating for a farrier who's trying to like cut at his feet. So if you have any suggestions on how to get my horse to stop doing that, like I said, he hasn't done it to me in a long time, but he just did it. It makes me grumpy. But we'll get the rest of his feet plucked out. Okay, so we had a good ride. I don't know if you guys could tell or not. The smoke is back, and I did not check the air quality. I didn't think it was that bad looking at things. And I used 7 as a cutoff. So yeah, we're under a special air quality statement. It's at a 4. So they say that's a moderate health risk. It says no need to modify your usual outdoor activities unless you experience symptoms such as coughing and throat irritation. At-risk populations should consider reducing or rescheduling strenuous activities outdoors if experiencing symptoms. So I definitely have throat irritation right now, but it's minor. It's okay. I'm a healthy individual. Hopefully it doesn't get worse out here. I think the fires, the last time we had smoke, it was from like northern Alberta. And now I think it's coming from BC, British Columbia. So apparently it's gonna be the year of fires and smoke. So that's not great. One thing I learned on another podcast was that the air particles, when the air is smoky, they're bigger and they can get stuck in your horse's lung sacs, which, like, I don't know if that's true. If it is, that's kind of not great, but yeah, we're okay. It's at a 4. That's not a 7, so we'll just keep monitoring it and kind of go from there. I'm gonna untack him. I'm gonna go grab Junior, and then we'll deworm both of them. Okay, now we're gonna deworm. So disclaimer before I start here, I'm not a vet. This is not vet advice for you and your horse. This is just what I do. So I usually deworm twice a year, once after the last hard frost in the spring, and once in the fall, once we get a couple of really good frosts and like the bugs would have died and it's going into winter. So I should have done this like probably in May. My horses aren't showing any signs of worms. They're super shiny and healthy and all that good stuff. I keep the pens that they're in really clean, so they're not at a huge risk of getting worms, but it is always a good idea just in case. I do rotate my dewormers, so I will not be using this in the fall. I'll use a different brand. Feed stores usually have 3 or 4 brands to choose from. Some of them are ivermectin, which some of you might be familiar with from the pandemic. This one is a moxidectin. I don't know what else is in it. I honestly don't know. Yeah, that's the active ingredient. So, make sure it's not expired. Nope, we are good. You never know in feed stores. So if you pull out, it's a syringe. And it has, I don't know if you can see here, it's got numbers, and that's, I believe that's, I'm assuming that's in kilograms. Yeah, kilograms. So the highest it goes up to is 575. That's probably like 1,500 pounds. My horses aren't quite that heavy, but I'll give them the full tube. When I had my pony, I would only give him half a tube because obviously he's half of a horse. Basically what you do is you make sure this is all the way spun. We'll take off the cap, and then I'm gonna shoot it into their mouth, just in the corner of their mouth. And really try to make sure it is as far in there as possible, and then you just shoot it like a needle. So I have done this so many times, I don't even read the instructions anymore. So yeah, I was kind of freaked out last fall when I did this because of that reaction that Junior had. I gave Diesel the exact same kind, obviously a different tube, and he didn't have a reaction, so I have no idea what happened, but hopefully this is good. I think some of them are apple flavored. I don't think this one is flavored. And there's, different needs, obviously, if you have a young horse, like a baby versus a mature horse, heavy horse versus light horse versus pony. But yeah, be sure to talk to your vet before you do this. Do not listen to me. Okay, so I've pulled off the cap. I'm gonna do Diesel first just cause, and I will untie him just in case he pulls back or anything. My horses are both pretty good with this sort of thing, so I'm not super concerned, but just to be safe. Okay, so I get everything ready, and I do keep my finger on the trigger or whatever you want to call it, just because this everything happens very, very fast. Okay, so put it in the corner of his mouth and push. Just like that. That actually worked really good, and it's all gone. So he'll probably lick his lips a little bit, might nod his head and stuff like that, but that is how you deworm a horse. He's easy. I think my mom, she has a horse. I'm pretty sure she has to lightly sedate him because he's no go. And that is common. She sedates him just so it doesn't need to be a stressful situation. So if she needs to sedate him a little bit just to keep his stress low, then so be it, right? So I will throw this out and then we'll go deworm Junior. So as I said, last year, Junior had a reaction to the dewormer. I'm using a completely different brand, a brand that I have used before. I've dewormed Junior for over 15 years at this point, twice a year. Have never had an issue. Yeah, so hopefully that's not the case this year. I know I said it already, it really freaked me out when he had a reaction, not good. So we will do the same thing to him and hope it all goes good. So I can already tell Junior is a little bit more hesitant. He's like breathing through his nose and stuff. Diesel did not care at all. That is literally them. Even though Diesel's younger and less experienced, Junior's still like goofier about things like this, for example, than Diesel. So, but he'll be okay. There's no need to sedate like my mom's horse. There, all done. Okay, both boys are dewormed. I'll leave them in here just for like a couple minutes just to like digest that a little bit, get it out of their mouth so they don't like spit anything out. And then I'll just let them out to the pasture and they are good until, yeah, once like we're on the beginning of winter, that's when I will do it again. I will not use this same Quest one. I'll probably get one that's an ivermectin based dewormer. The reason I rotate is so that, because they kill a variety of parasites. So if you're always using the same one, you're only targeting a certain set of parasites and bugs. So by rotating, you are like covering all your bases basically. So easy, easy, easy. So as I said earlier in the vlog, I wanted to show you guys my new workout space, and it is definitely needing some work. But it'll be exciting once it's all set up the way I want. So it might get a bit echoey in here. This is it. So this is what it's looking like so far. So I have, as you guys, if you've seen my workout clips, so I have my squat rack with my barbell, my other bigger barbell, and my dumbbells. I threw out my weeder machine because I'm gonna buy something better. And then I have my bench as well. Stability ball, vanity mirror. So freezer is gonna stay in here. I'm probably gonna put it in that corner just because we do need freezer space. I'm getting rid of that whole cupboard counter situation. Obviously boxes are leaving, the wolf is leaving. There's also kind of creepy, where is it? Oh yeah, right here, there's a snake here as well. We have taxidermy everywhere. I'm gonna paint the walls. I'm thinking a bluish gray color, and then I'm getting gym flooring from, I think I'm gonna order it from Rogue. So that's kind of our project. I'm super excited about it. And so like this room, as I said, is kind of priority because I work out like 5 days a week and I just want, yeah, it's just important to me. And I'm really looking forward to having like an official home gym. And then we'll also be renovating the kitchen. That'll be the second priority. So yeah, be sure you guys subscribe. And oh, okay, yes, if you have any suggestions for like gym flooring, home gym, anything like that, please let me know. As I said, gym flooring is like, I think I'm gonna order from Rogue. One suggestion was horse stall mats, but apparently they give off a really, really bad odor that can actually be potentially not good for your health. So we're not doing horse stall mats. So it'll unfortunately have to be something a little bit more expensive, but that's okay. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for home gym, what a person should do, please let me know. I am more than willing to hear your suggestions. And until next time, remember, it's always a good day to ride.